something good.
We do. We do. We have some familiar faces to us. The wonderful people of Democracy Burlesque, which when we announced it or had it somewhere publicized yesterday, I got asked by someone, are they going to have their clothes on? And
Not the entire time.
Huh?
Not the entire time, no.
See that? Risque as ever, on the cutting edge as ever.
I don't know. Katie, look at the tagline.
The tagline is...
Only the politics are naked.
Ah.
Although we have had spirited discussions with people in the burlesque community who are genuinely offended that we don't do all skin. We've had these academic arguments about
the voice you're listening to is Joseph Fedorko,
who used to be at the No Exit with the Democracy Burlesque, and also at the No Exit we actually put on a burlesque show until Katie nixed it, so we didn't ever continue it.
I don't know what you're talking about, Michael.
Well, I'll fill you in after.
Thank you. All right. Let's introduce everybody who's here. Joe, you want to do the honors?
Indeed. To my left, not that that matters to the radio audience, Patrick Reilly, who's been a cast member of what we call the Actors of Evil for about 2 years.
How you doing, everybody?
Hey.
Yeah, we're fine, buddy.
And then to his left, Sandy Bykowski, who's one of the founding members. Michael remembers her as part of the activist group, the Billionaires for Bush.
And Michael, just so you know, Ruth Liss, the billionaire, does make an appearance in this show.
Who does?
Ruth Liss, my billionaire character.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
Can't have a show about class war without the billionaires.
So now you guys were the billionaires as well?
They were the billionaire. She was a billionaire for Bush, and we did have a sad time on election day.
On a sad election night.
Yeah, when we thought
somebody
it was
stole
be
the
comedy,
election.
but the Billionaires for Bush actually won it.
Yeah. Patrick, what is your theater previous?
Well,
I'm glad you understood that question. Because God knows.
I did too.
It was pretty weird.
it's how I would have phrased it. I studied theater at a small liberal arts college in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, called College.
Co College.
I'm surprised. I'm always surprised when people have heard of it.
I taught students from there who came on the Urban Studies program. Yeah.
And I came up to Chicago because I felt like that would be a wise decision. And somehow fell into Democracy Burlesque through the magic of Craigslist.
Where are you from originally?
Well, I'm actually an Air Force brat, so I'm from a great deal
Everywhere.
of places.
Air Force kids usually tend to get radical.
I suppose.
Evidently.
Oklahoma, Nebraska, Germany, all sorts of places.
Good for you. Good for you. And are your folks still where?
Well, my dad he's retired now, and they are living out in Aurora.
All right, then.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Sandy, Patrick, Joseph. Joseph, are you the originator of this bunch?
Director.
I am the founder and the executive producer. Erik Parsons is our artistic director. He's laid up with a little sinus infection today, unfortunately, so I am swinging practice. I'm substituting for him.
So you guys are dealing. The subject matter of the current Democracy Burlesque is the have and have-nots, right? You tell me.
Well, what Democracy Burlesque does, and what we've been doing since 2006, and like Michael said, it's kind of a homecoming for us because our first 2 years we were at the No Exit Café.
Right.
But we do political sketch comedy. Each show is written around a particular theme. And we have 3 companies, kind of a company of writers, the Writers of Wrongs, we call ourselves. And then we have the acting troupe, the Actors of Evil. And then we have a 3rd group of people, which include videographers, sound people. And so we write the shows and put them up. And every show we raise money for a nonprofit cause celeb, as we like to call them. And try to do a little good in the world and have some fun and stay sane so we don't throw bricks through windows.
Okay. Her question was what this show was about.
This show,
Gotta keep us on
A
task, Sam.
girl after my own heart.
Billionaires for Bush are sharp.
Alrighty.
last year with various talk of 47 percenters and 1 percenters and 99 percenters, we just thought it would be fun to play with as many different angles as we could about what I think most people would agree is the class war.
Yes. So it's called World of Class Warfare, sketch comedy for every tax bracket. And just in case somebody has to leave the room or their radio, let's let them know where and when. And then we're going to get a little taste of this. So
Yes.
stay tuned.
We perform on Tuesday evenings, the symbolism of election night, and these days we are at Hamburger Mary's Attic, which is 5400 North Clark Street in the Andersonville neighborhood. Show times are 7:30. Tickets $15, 12 if you're a student, and we have the ability to get tickets online momentarily, hopefully at democracyburlesque.com, or go to the door. Doors open at 7. We're going to have drink specials where they're actually going to be serving up something called the Dirty Politic in honor of us.
Excellent.
And that's it. This particular show, it's the first of the season. We're running 5 Tuesdays, so February 26th through March 26th.
It'll be interesting to see a play in there. We used to do yoga in there with Toby someone way back. Remember?
Yeah, I do remember.
Back in the 70s.
Toby Campion.
Well, when we were looking for new spaces, they showed us the mirror ball, and I, for one, was sold at that point.
Of
You
course.
go back to the 60s.
So, I don't know if you're doing 1 or 2 pieces or anything else, but I would like to
Get a
invite
taste
you
of this
to
action.
give our
Of
listeners
course.
a taste of what you do.
Well, again, it
We
is.
need to move.
Well, nope. You're actually in good shape because, again, as everybody knows, when you have a class war, you've got people battling from various fronts, and so as we put together the show, we were able to compile some letters from the front of the class war, and we're going to read a couple of them, one from each front, as it were.
This is also a preview of Ken Burns' next documentary.
December 12th, 2012. Dearest Mother, thank you so much for the tin of cookies. I was getting so tired of eating nothing but Easy Mac and leftover French fries from my shift at Byron's. The boys here at the apartment are hovering menacingly, though. The rations aren't what they used to be. Don't worry about me. I'll be mobilizing soon. I have a lead on a second part-time job at Shakey's. My only concern is that I'd be deployed off the interstate, and gas is nearing $4 a gallon again. I don't think my old Corolla will last the winter. Thank you for the birthday wishes, but to tell the truth, I'm not looking forward to this one. It's one of those milestone years, you know? I turned 26. That means I'm off Dad's insurance policy. Guess I better stock up on inhalers and hope that my asthma doesn't flare up too often. Sometimes the only thing that keeps me tied to the world is the fact that I'm still on your family plan. They turned off the cable last week, so no, I haven't seen the last Breaking Bad. Send my love to Betsy. Tell her Big Brother Danny is doing just swell. Tell her that macaroni card she sent just made my day. We were able to scrape the glue off and make dinner with it. Your loving son, Daniel.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to do another one right away.
Do another one.
Let's do another one. This is an email to Daddy from Romulus Taggart, CEO, Tentative Temporary Services, subject the company. I wanted to send you a quick email to thank you for your advice. The company you granted me, Tentative Temporary Services, has proven to be one of the most profitable in the temporary services industry. Your notes have helped us realize a 358% increase in profits over the previous year, just as you said it would. In fact, the company is doing so well that I made the executive decision to reward all our workers by releasing them from their duties, effective immediately. That way, they should be able to benefit from the free time that our laborers have provided. And it lets me sell the company to those Taiwanese investors you introduced me to yesterday. Thank you again for the introduction. Toodles!
All right.
That was
Democracy Burlesque.
And that last letter was actually an exclusive, which you'll only be hearing here. Although there will be plenty more if you guys come to see the show.
Absolutely.
Please.
So wait, I want to ask. The first letter was from the son who was eating macaroni off of his sister's nice card.
Highly economical.
And was that it was supposed to sound like a letter from a soldier somewhere? Because it sort of did.
Right. That was the point. It was the Ken Burns Civil War documentaries.
Right.
They were writing the letters. That's why I played that song. And so this is the class war. So these are the front lines. Joe read the letter from, well, the winners of the class war as they are now.
The current in the lead.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's not call them winners yet. let's hold out hope that there's battles to be won by us.
If you just imagine a black and white Instagram photo being panned over while listening to those letters, you kind of get the full effect.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. How do you stage this? Do you use props? I mean, it was wonderful to hear the flute music, and I totally got the Ken Burns part. I'm not sure if our listeners could hear it totally, but it was a wonderful touch. Do you have other props?
No, actually, these are just simply in the spotlight, just someone standing there reading it with a more full recording of the tune in the background. Yeah.
Although a lot of it depends on the sketch, obviously. We do have a slight little bit of skin to open the show, and so
a little skin.
Yeah.
Michael.
You'll get to see Sandy and I as strippers in the class war.
Right.
Wow.
Yes.
Class warriors, if you will.
So for that sketch,
we will.
Yeah. So for that sketch, we've got costumes and wigs and things flying on and off. We have a puppet show in the show. We have, we'll have stand-ups and music. What other? So it depends on the sketch. But it's sort of that Second City tradition of mostly use the actors and just minimal props, and hopefully the writing.
Move the chairs around on the stage.
And hopefully the writing and such.
And who writes? Everybody?
We have a core group of writers. Sandy is one of the writers. I'm more or less the head writer now. I think we have about 10 or 11 people that write at any given time.
Terrific.
Yeah, and out of those, 4 or 5 of them also act. Patrick, do you write or do you just hang out for the food?
I mostly hang out for the food,
okay.
Yeah. But at Democracy Burlesque, we practice a very, we call it a hyper-collaborative style of writing and directing the shows. So the sketches will be written in the moment, will be added to in the moment by the actors and the directors from the initial scripts that the writers actually give us.
Yeah, we have a nice mix of writers who are also activists, because Katie and I, for example, worked on the Miguel de Valle campaign, and Sandy's been involved with lots of groups, and one of her buddies, Dave Ehrlich, ran for Metropolitan Water Reclamation District, and he helped us, and so a lot of our writers can bring that sort of knowledge into the writing room while also looking for where to slip the fart jokes in.
That was actually going to be my next question, where you guys tend to be a little left of center in your what you present, and I wondered, are people active? And you said they were. Any other causes or campaigns or organizations that some of you are involved with?
Well, right now, actually, it's funny. When I leave this meeting, I am off to an Illinois Education Association meeting that's going to talk about healthcare reform and adjunct instructors. One of the other hats I wear is the president of Roosevelt University's adjunct faculty organization.
Oh, wow.
And so, yeah.
We're both looking for some teaching gigs.
Well,
Yeah, those really poor paying adjunct faculty
you tell
ones
me
are
about
right
it.
up our alley.
Tell me about it. So that's something I'm currently, and the Northside Democracy for America. Sandy, what are you? I'm trying to think who
What are
else.
you activist with right now?
Well, up to this point, I've been working with the Jane Addams Resource Corporation, which is a workforce development agency in Ravenswood. And I'm also hopefully going to start helping get a food co-op going in Ravenswood.
Oh, okay.
In that area, up on the north side. Yeah.
We have an effort going on like that right here, too. A food co-op in Rogers Park.
You know, you only perform once a week. I don't mean only, but once a week. How much time do you all spend together? I mean, and do you take...
Gee, that's
Way
kind of
too much time.
We are joined at the hips.
Do you take it other places? Do you do any special shows? Or, I mean...
You take it on the road.
Oh yes.
If you want us, we'll go there.
We've
Yeah.
done.
I think basically you're roadies, basically, right?
We are, we'll do performances for whatever kind of cause. Actually, somebody within the last 36 hours approached